It's time to wrap up our DCICT course with a very interesting topic. It's Cisco load balancing. That's right. What are some products in the Cisco portfolio that will assist you when it comes to things like performance and availability of applications in your data center? Let's get started. Now, you may have heard that Cisco wants out of the application load balancing business, and actually, that's right. Yeah, Cisco has declared like the ACE 4710 that we'll look at in this particular nugget, they've declared it end of life, end of sale. Play host to an ACE service module, and most data centers that have implemented Cisco ACE have done it that way. There is an end of sale, end of life, as I've alluded to, appliance available from Cisco, and it's the 4710. So this is a standalone rack unit size, rack mountable appliance that could bring the ACE functionality to your data center. So, what exactly is going on with application availability enhancements thanks to Cisco ACE? Well, it does two different things. RAID servers and check the health of the application. So it can do this across multiple different servers that host that particular application and therefore direct client requests to the healthiest, the unloaded, the most available instance of the application that exists in your data center. Certainly pretty cool functionality. And by the way, when I tell students that all this technology for Cisco systems themselves is end of sale, end of life, they tend to scratch their head and they say, well, why is that? I mean, it's so cool. This is really, really necessary technology. And the answer is, quite frankly, to be blunt, other companies do this better. Yeah, other companies have equipment that outperforms Cisco in this particular arena. And these technologies have really caught on. And Cisco's just kind of finally saying, okay, look, in the application availability arena, in the application load balancing arena, we will just go ahead and recommend and utilize the equipment of other vendors. But now back to our story about application availability through Cisco's products. One of the things that's so great about the ACE we are going to the most available data center in the world. And notice how this integrates nicely with the ACE. So we have an ability to load balance to pick the most available particular physical data center. And then inside that data center at the application content engine level, we can go ahead and make sure we're picking the most available server blade from an application perspective. Really pretty cool. Now, in the area of application performance, Cisco really seeks to do three overall things. First, they want to really improve application response times. So the ACE concept is to really try and make applications to the naked eye for end users seem much more responsive. Obviously, for our purposes of discussion, we're speaking, of course, about applications that are being accessed in our data centers. The clever caching and even offloading of key traffic forms like TCP and secure socket layer. Now, I think one of the areas that my students are most surprised about is security capabilities in the Cisco ACE. Now, admittedly, this is not by any stretch of the imagination our primary security appliance. We're, of course, going to rely on the adaptive security appliance or an ASA service module, of course, for our primary security in our data center. In fact, we could even use the virtual firewall, the virtual ASA in our VMware environment. That's our primary line of defense. But in a defense in depth approach, where we have routers doing security for us, switches doing security for us, the ASA, of course, doing security for us, and now even our load balancer integrating into the security environment, the ACE ends up being a powerful last line of defense. Yeah, in that overall defense in depth type strategy where everything can do a little bit of security for us, the ACE from Cisco certainly helps us out. How does it do that? Well, it's capable of doing deep packet inspection. It's capable of helping us with particular protocol security mechanisms, and it does feature a robust set of scalable access controls like access control list work that will really help with the overall defense in depth strategy. Now, before Cisco decided to kill this product line, what were some particular bragging points that they could make about it? Well, certainly one of them is virtual devices. Remember our virtual device contexts that we discussed in this course regarding the Nexus like 7K, for instance? Well, the Cisco ACE can virtualize itself, and a remarkable number of 250 virtualized devices can be created. They're separate and data networks. We took a look at the application control engine and we took a look at the global site selector. Both options from Cisco system for doing intense load balancing. One really focused on load balancing application traffic within a data center, and the other focused on load balancing application traffic from data center location to data center location. I sure hope this nugget has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.